G'day, it's Clint Patterson here with another rheumatoid arthritis reversal video tip. And today I want to talk about the speed of healing. How fast should things happen when you go on the Patterson program? How quickly should you feel symptomatic relief? Well, normally in the first 2 days, which is a 2-day cleanse, you should get very fast relief because there's no food substance. And so basically when you're doing a 2-day vegetable juice cleanse, which is what it is, without any fruit sugar, we see about 19 out of 20 people get dramatic, fast pain relief, which is consistent with the scientific studies, which show that if people with rheumatoid arthritis go on a water fast, then virtually all their symptoms disappear within days. So we see exactly the same thing on the Patterson program. And then we reintroduce foods for days 3 through to 12, and those foods are a basic set of foods that are eaten because it's an elimination process. During that period, most people experience significant pain reduction compared to where they were before they started the program. And then after that, we reintroduce foods beyond day number 12 and slowly expand the food diet and the range of foods until eventually you get to the maintenance phase, which is the final phase of our program, which is where I've been sitting at now for the past 3 or 4 years, which is a very, very broad range of foods that enable you to eat exquisite recipes and meals and eat out at restaurants and all that sort of stuff. But how fast should the healing be once you go through the elimination process and into the reintroduction phase? Well, if you're only improving at 1% per month, that sounds terrible, right? It sounds like a disaster, but let's take a worst case where you're only improving at 1% a month, which is extremely slow compared to average. Then that is still improvement against what is considered one of the worst diseases and most difficult diseases to treat on the planet. So remember with rheumatoid arthritis that it's like sitting on a slippery dip. Like when you're a kid or when you watch your kids sitting on a slippery slide, the gravitational pull is to bring you down constantly. The disease is progressive and aggressive. And this means that the whole time your disease is trying to make you in a worse state. So on the flip side, if you can be on a progressive path towards wellness where worst case scenario, you're only improving 1% per month, then that is still an insanely better long-term outcome than sliding down the slippery slide and ending up on worse drugs, more severe drugs, getting side effects from those drugs, and of course having joint deterioration and all of the other problems that come with the lifestyle degradation with rheumatoid arthritis. But 1% per month is kind of bad, right? You should be at least seeing anywhere from sort of 1% a week through to maybe 1% a month as a general rule. And this is the rate at which we can actually heal the gut. Well, I mean, we can't speed up a process that's fundamentally limited by the laws of nature. It just takes a long time for the gut to heal. We got to avoid hammering the bruise. Think of it as a bruise on the outside of your skin or a cut on your skin. And you can't just go every day and continue to hammer away at that bruise or continue to pick away at a scab that's trying to heal. And such is the case with your intestinal skin. It has the same kind of principles where we need to avoid hurting it each day by avoiding the wrong foods, which are high-fat foods, meat, dairy, and oils. And we need to support the healing by restoration of the healthy gut bacteria whose ability to heal the gut themselves is extraordinary. So they excrete a substance that enables the intestinal permeability to resolve itself. So our number one goal is to feed and propagate the health of our gut bacteria. They love resistant starch and they love fiber. And so we should be eating as much resistant starch and fiber as we can. And of course, they only come from plants. So we want to be eating as much plants as we possibly can and putting them through a sequence in which it goes easiest first through until you graduate to the more advanced plant foods once you have a more robust digestive system. And so in a nutshell, it varies for everyone how quickly your body will respond and improve once you begin the ideal healing process. However, even the slowest of improvements is still a wonderful outcome on what is a terrible disease. So don't slide down the slippery slide. Do everything in your power to get well, and I'm wishing you all the best and happy healing on the Paddison program.